Well, I hope you can hear me now. Give me a second, I have to get my phone because I forgot I cannot. Okay. Oh, my phone is off. Oh, damn it. Um, can you give me a second? I need to put the browser window in the second screen so I can actually see the chat and answer your questions. Un moment. There's that, and then I'm gonna put this over here. Anyways, hello everybody, and wait, I think the playlist is too loud. Maybe making my voice larger. Okay, this should do. Okay, hello everybody. My name is Markiplier, and okay, no, never mind. We're gonna use Key-O or Orchestrator. Because I didn't prepare a tutorial by the time the video was up, like the Comet laser stream, because I like crushed myself working on it a little bit. Okay, just checking. Is everything okay? Can you hear my voice? Can I see you well? Like, is everything alright? No problems with my voice or anything? Okay, that's perfect. I am using my second screen to have the dashboard for everything, so I can see the chat and see what problems you guys may have. This is one of those rare streams in which I will actually do troubleshooting as well as using the program. I recommend that you do the following. You know, in the video that you can actually go back and replay parts of the stream. I recommend that you do the following. Go back, and then when you see the live button go gray, click the live button to jump straight to the stream, like the latest second. Because I put it in ultra low latency mode, and I think that if some people have very slow connections, it will actually affect that, and this stream is like meant to be interactive, and if you are like sync out, you can go back, click live, and go back to where I am right now. So I will give you like about 30 seconds to do that, so we can everyone be in sync. Okay, Wait. Oh god, that's very audible. I might need to reduce the volume of my microphone. I do not have voice cancellation, because that thing is paid. Noise cancellation, not voice cancellation. But yeah, since I already gave some time for you to catch up to the stream, we are going to use the beautiful Orchestrator. Let me close the door to make sure there's no noise from outside. Hi, Mark. Oh, hi, Mark. So there's that, and I'm going to open the. Oh, wait. Oh, give me a second. This is in Mario 64 Movie Maker. This may take a little bit. One moment. We are back, and now I have Mario 64 Movie Maker 4 here, and we are going to open it. I lied, this is Mario Movie Maker 3. I just have a Mario Movie Maker 4 icon. Okay, so this. Wait, oh, I have it in Spanish. Never mind. The add-ons are in English, so I think it's alright. Going to open Project 64. I'm going to choose a mod. Oh, putting it over here, like just halfway through. Okay, so by now we can like, wait, let me, okay, the hand's in there, so Mario doesn't go sleep. We can open the Orchestrator now. By now it is waiting for you to enter the game. This is the recommended way to start using Orchestrator, because then the free camera will be enabled without any issues. So that is that. We're going to enter, I don't know, Castle Grounds, so that's level 16. Nice. By the way, you can actually get this mod. I have it in the resource center for Project Comet. It's a CMTP patch, so to use it you need the CMTP patcher. I have a thick accent, and there's like there's like music in the background, so it's going to be very funky. Anyway, this is the mod that I use for myself in the Comet Laser stream, and it is up for download, and you can actually use color codes for it. Let me go on a side tangent about it, because I really like this mod. Wait, yeah, there we go. This is the mod that I use for myself, so you can download it, and if you want me to use me or any other character to use this kind of outfit, although I kind of took it for myself. Because I made it, but this is just one of the alternative outfits you can use for my character, Glitchy to be specific. In any case, we have now Orchestrator ready to run. So what we do now to use the free camera, like normally, we go to camera controls and we enable the super hard freeze. Like, it does nothing out of the way except for actually freeze the camera immediately. Like, if you unclick it, you can actually see the camera goes back to what it actually is. So I don't know, let's take never mind those trees, please. They are supposed to be why don't we go somewhere more natural? You know, I should have used the level select code in this round, but I am already too way down in the basement, so might as well go the whole route. Okay, the most natural place I can think of. Let's level land. Right, so we can enable the super hard freezing here. You can see the camera just freezes. Nothing happens. Like it doesn't. Uh, yes, they turned the trees into VLC media player. Okay, let's assume had fun. Anyways, the camera freezes and you can like use this in general instead of the original camera freeze, which by the way you can still use to like lock in the angle from which Mario is walking, because the camera angle when super hard frozen doesn't actually align with the forward direction Mario thinks it is. Like I'm pressing forward right now, but if I go here and drag this rotation box over here and do the following, oop, okay, it is over here. If I do this, the forward is still like the forward direction that it was already in. Oh, let me just show more of the, there we go. The forward direction is more of the direction that was already in before freezing the camera. So this is something that has to do with how the game skips the forward vector for Mario. Like the position he should go forwards when you press forward in the analog sticks. The original ASM for the free camera doesn't change this. So the way you can actually like adjust this is by doing the following. Like we have the normal camera, right? So let me choose a more safe place to do this in. Like I don't know. Oh, somewhere around here should do. So I'm gonna go into C-up mode, set the angle, freeze the camera, and that's my forward position, okay? And then I super hard freeze, and that is still my forward position. So that's a way you can actually adjust the angle at which you want Mario to continue walking, in case you're having problems with how to align Mario once you start rotating the camera. So that's that. At this point I have the camera ready like here. You can basically move it as if it was Toadstool 64, except Toadstool or Quad 64 for the newer ones. Wait, there we go. Except the rotation box because it wasn't in the original, but you can kind of imagine it as a box that was the box that rotated the objects when you used it in Quad 64. It just only had the arrows, like you were rotating this direction or this direction. Although I decided to make it like this, so it is a bit more resemblant of a rotation. So that's about it for the free camera. Like you click super hard freeze after it is assembled, and you can pretty much go anywhere in the level. I have a cheat code that allows me to see farther into the objects, so they don't despawn when Mario is like far from the enemies. You can actually see the enemies. They will normally despawn if Mario was far from them, like he is right now over here. So I can go through the whole level. Although the main thing with Orchestrator, and the reason for the name of Orchestrator, is that obviously not just the free camera is what's in it. It also has this beautiful timeline, which is very resemblant of the Vegas Pro timeline. So if you have used that, you can kind of imagine how it's useful. However, when I first made Orchestrator, you can't actually use the timeline with the mouse. I put this warning in here saying that you can actually use the timeline with the mouse because wait, there we go. Because like making mouse support for a completely custom controller like this one is actually kind of hard, and the thing I wanted to do was get this running as fast as possible, but in a way that people could actually use it in a rather Yeah, you can do top 10 Super Mario 64 openings. Like, you can actually make the camera fly with this, but I will demonstrate that in a bit. I will continue talking about the mouse support. Um, Adding mouse support on a custom control like this is actually harder. I wanted to get this running as fast as possible so you guys could actually use it. The controls that are in right now to control the keyframes aren't actually like too hard to use. It's only that there is not a tutorial, so it is kind of not intuitive at first, but the controls actually have tooltips on them that tell you what they do when you tell you what they do when you hover over them. And there's this also that allows you to change the keyframe interpolation, so you can make like easings between keyframes. So that being said, about not being able to use the mouse in the timeline, we are going to use exclusively buttons because not even the keyboard doesn't work either. So that's the thing. You can use mouse but only through the buttons. So we are going to do that now. You might remember it. Actually, let me open Vegas so I can like demonstrate the parallels as I'm working with it. Because since the timeline is based on how Vegas works, and I really like Vegas's timeline for keyframes because it's actually very intuitive. So let me create a video track and open generator, large tiles like I love to do. So you have this, right? You have this button that says sync cursor to media timeline. So when you play in the main timeline, and this option is enabled, when the timeline changes position in the time, you can actually see that the position in the keyframe track also changes. If not, then you just advance a little bit. You see that in Vegas it has advanced, but in the keyframe rack it hasn't. So you click this to synchronize the timeline to the keyframe rack. In Key O, it works a similar way actually, except that what it does is when you actually have that enabled, like synchronize, what happens in the timeline happens in the camera, and when you don't have it like synchronized, whatever happens in the game doesn't have to do with what happens in Key O unless you actually press the buttons to add the keyframes. So I'm going to demonstrate that right now. I am going to select this and click add keyframe from current values, which takes the current value from the camera and adds them at the position that the keyframes are at. So if I click this while selecting these two, it will add the current position of the camera in this position. So then I am going to play for a bit so to have a sense of time and pause over here. And I'm going to select another camera angle like this one and go a little bit behind. And then I'm going to add keyframes again. If I go there and play, nothing happens, okay? So I go back to the beginning and click synchronize. It actually works. So you can use this to make changes to the angles without like everything changing as you do it. However, the keyframe record mode kind of allows you to save the changes as you do them. So like, let's see, I want to add an intermediate to these two keyframes, right? So I'm gonna go in the middle using the advanced frame button. I want this here to go back only, right? So I have this, and I'm going to enable the keyframe record mode. So with the keyframe record mode enabled, I am going to change any of these three, okay? The angle or the position, and once I do it, it will add a keyframe at where I'm at. So that's basically like the basics of adding keyframes. Now let's go on deleting keyframes. That's actually very easy. These two buttons here actually makes the track head jump to the nearest keyframe in any of the two racks. So we jump from here to here because there is a keyframe over here, and then it stays in the middle for you. I will see that now because I have to actually ask more about what's happening. Because I actually want you to try this thing I'm doing, so you can actually like figure out how to solve the problem yourself, since I actually cannot see your screen. But make sure you have synchronize enabled, so when you add the keyframes, the camera actually moves when you play. So we have this keyframe in the middle. We decided that we no longer want it. We select the track that we want to delete keyframes from, and here's the keyframe delete button. So we just have this camera position select. Well, I'm gonna select camera angle first. There's nothing here, right? I press delete and nothing happens. That is because it is not an active track. So we select this. The active track is now camera position, and there's a keyframe in here. So we click delete and it's gone. Stays on the middle. Okay, I will see that after I continue explaining how to add and remove keyframes. So we no longer have that anymore. If we go back and forth, we see that the interpolation that was there is no longer there. So there's that. Now let's say that we want like the angle to change later. For this purpose, we have the select keyframes on the track head button. It will be like the delete button, except it doesn't delete them. It only like grabs them. Like when you select them, you can actually do stuff with them. So we are going to select camera angle, and we are going to hit this. You can see now that the keyframe has like a hand over it. That means the keyframe is selected, and the operation with keyframes you can do with it are now available. That means this and this. This moves the keyframes that you have selected back and forth through the timeline. It is a bit unwieldy because like you have to keep pressing the button to move the keyframe. But when it gets mouse support, I will actually change this so you can actually drag the keyframes. But in the meantime, you have this. Now, there is something important I want you to notice. The hand has changed shape. You can see it is now like a fist grabbing the keyframe, and it has like a cross on it. That signifies that you actually have this change, but it is not applied to the track to say like so. To actually apply it, you have to click this button again to select the keyframes again. That will put the keyframe where it is. So let's play the animation, and the rotation should actually start later this time. There we go. Now about the delete button, this also works for like when you have something selected. I'm gonna move the track head away. When you have something selected and you click the remove keyframes button, it will remove. Oh wait, that's a bug. Okay, it's supposed to delete the keyframes that are like selected. I am going to fix that. But when you have something selected and you click the remove keyframes button, it will remove either the ones that are under the head if nothing is selected, or the ones that are selected. So there's that. We are gonna add a few keyframes so you can actually see what happens when you do certain things. So I'm gonna play, stop here, change the angle. It recorded over here. We go back to the beginning, play again. Ooh, that's crazy. Okay. Like a very fast rotation. So I want to replace this keyframe with that keyframe. Let's see it in Vegas first, so you can actually see what happens in Vegas. I have this keyframe that changes the first color to, I don't know, this blue, right? You can see it has the gradient and stuff. If you wanted to replace that keyframe with another, what you will do is like put it over. The same happens in Key.io. So let's see, let's go back to that keyframe when I change the camera angle. I select it, I move it up here. That's another bug. It's supposed to render after this, but whatever. Then I click select, and the keyframe is replaced. So we go back to the beginning, and we see the angle change, but differently from the last time because the keyframe was replaced. That's like the basics to end and remove keyframes. So there's that, and we are now going to go into asyncs. First, I'm gonna open Vegas again. The force to use mobile lucky to around without any consent. I mean, if you think about it, that's precisely what happens because Mario 64 Movie Maker in this case what it does, it takes ASM code that hooks into Lucky 2 and allows it to change the position and angle using values somewhere else in memory. And then when those values are exposed in memory, Orchestrator changes those values. And then it does whatever. So there's that. you can actually okay. I have a prompt for you. With that you actually said like Lucky 2 gets possessed by machinists. You can actually make something meta, like a machinima about Lucky 2 getting wrangled by people after Orchestrator released. Or if you want, you can wait until I release that prototype of X's model and have him control Lucky 2. That would actually be very fun, a very good idea for a machinima. I will let you take it because I have other things in plans. Like K7 Sharp, that is supposed to be another kind of meta series, but I am not going to use that concept of Lucky 2 being possessed. So there's that, and now we are going to go into asyncs. We are going to go in Vegas, and I'm going to choose a different property to animate this time, like a grid offset. When you go in X, you see that it moves horizontally, right? We're going to animate that. The first keyframe is already set, so we are going to change this over here. So there's that. We're going to go to the first keyframe, the beginning. We play and you see that it moves, right? I'm gonna make it faster over here. You see that it happens like that. So that is the linear interpolation. So we are going to choose different interpolations so you can actually see what it does. I am doing this because I assume that some people don't actually use Vegas, so they might not be familiar with the inspiration behind keyframes. So we are going to choose this. Oh wait, it's in here, down here. We choose the keyframe, and we can choose any of these: smooth phase, fast phase, slow, sharp, hold, and manual. But I'm going to talk about manual after I'm done with all these. So smooth. You saw how it moved at the first, right? It moves smoothly. It starts slow and ends decelerating. You can see here in the graph that it starts slow, then continues, and then decelerates. Fast, if you let me choose it, fast is like smooth, except it doesn't start slowly. It starts abruptly, and then it slows down. Slow is like the opposite of fast. It starts slow, but it doesn't like decelerate. It just keeps accelerating. Sharp is like it starts fast, then at the middle it starts going slow, and then it picks up back again. I don't use this one very much, but it's in there just for completion. And then hold. It does basically what you expect. It keeps the value that the keyframe sets until it reaches the next one. So like just a cut. You didn't actually even see it transition. So oh yeah, and the manual one that is only available in the newer Vegas versions and the newer plugins that have this interface. You can actually like change. Okay, yeah, you are supposed to be able to. I don't know why it doesn't allow me to right now. Manual. Allow me, please. Oh, wait, I have to click the curves. Okay, so you see this. This is a Bezier curve. You can actually change the interpolation, like, way dynamically. you cannot actually do this like in all Vegas plugins, as I said before, because way back when Vegas started, it had an API for keyframes, and it didn't have this. You couldn't actually like make the keyframes uh, however you wanted, like doing this. It overshoots a little and then comes back. You can only do this with newer plugins that have this kind of interface where you can choose specifically what you want to animate. So that's that. This, as I said, is known as a BCA curve. A curve. It's important why I mention it. I am going to tell you why I mention it. So there's that, and we're going to go over Kyo's interpolation modes. So we're going to select the first keyframe of the position and move it further so you can actually see the little icons. Next, okay, there we go. Select, and then you can choose the keyframe interpolation. Here are all the Vegas interpolations, okay? So we're going to choose fast. I'm going to delete the camera angle one, because it will actually be a little detrimental, because then you will not be able to appreciate the interpolation of the position. Give me one moment. Alright, there we go. So we're going to go back to the position, and I'm going to show it first using linear. Wait, oh, I forgot to do this. Linear, and then commit the changes. Like it was like in Vegas. Oh wait, it was split manual. A split manual actually allows you to change the handles separately, whereas manual allows you to change both handles in a way that they form a line instead of a triangle when you change them. But I'm gonna go on that later. So you saw the first motion, okay? It was a linear motion, nothing too much to write home about. So we go back to the beginning. I'm going to change the interpolation to fast, and then commit the changes. You always have to commit the changes, because when you make a change, it puts the hand into the changes mode. That means you have not done anything with the keyframe yet, and you can discard them if you wish, if you made a mistake or something. So we now have the first keyframe of the position in fast interpolation. You can see it starts linear and then decelerates by the time it gets to the next keyframe, just like in Vegas. So we're going to do that again, but this time choose slow. It has a little turtle icon. The icons on fast and slow are actually based on that fable about the rabbit and the turtle. You know, the rabbit's like fast and stuff, and the turtle, it takes its sweet time, hence fast and slow. So there's that, and we are going to see now how it looks when the interpolation is in slow. You can see it starts up slowly and then goes back up, just like in Vegas. I would say that I managed to emulate the interpolation that Vegas uses quite accurately. So if you ever need to synchronize a camera motion with Vegas, you can just put a preset, start exactly where the camera movement starts, and then you will have a movement that aligns with the exact movements of the camera without having to do like extra keyframes. Although I'm not entirely sure, because I have not done an in-depth test, but when I was editing the Orchestrator trailer, I found myself that it's actually very accurate. So we're going to go back to slow, and we're going to change it to the next one. Let me select it, and we're going to change it to smooth. Picture in picture instead of pan and crop. Okay, picture in picture is like okay, yeah, that makes sense. I use pan and crop is because it actually has a bit more features, and pan and crop is a plugin, so it will actually take a little bit more of processing power. It's like we render a little bit slower than if you just used pan crop. So we have the smooth keyframe. We're going to commit it. You may not be able to see like the icon very clearly. Let me open that icon in an image viewer so you can actually see. Resources, key, smooth. The icon for smooth is like a pointing hand. I imagine smooth like a person being smooth, like, you know, finger guns. I didn't want to like do anything super literal for it, so I choose this as the icon for smooth. So there's that. I have the change committed, and we're going to go back to the beginning to this keyframe. Starts slow and then ends slow. So the last one is the last one that actually moves is sharp. The inspiration for this one is a little bit weird. The icon for sharp is a fist. So like I imagined it like if when you get hurt, you feel like it's like when you get hit by knuckles, they're not like exactly blunt, they're like slightly sharp. So when you hit like that, it feels sharp. So that's what I took for inspiration for the sharp icon. So there's that, and I have already committed the changes. So I'm going to play. As I said, I don't use this interpolation mode very much, but I'm sure there are uses for it, hence the reason I implemented it in here. Very nice. Now the other one is just like keeps things the way they are until we reach the next keyframe, and the icon for this one is like a little bit less obfuscated. It's just a stopping hand. So that, and when you play, it just retains the same frame until the next one. So I showed you manual in Vegas. We actually have manual in KeyO, but it's not implemented as a keyframe option yet. It's called Bezier in here, because that will allow you to make a curve out of several points in the timeline. So I'm gonna go with linear here. I'm gonna put it in there. Foop. Next, I'm gonna go back. Foop. Next, I'm gonna go forward. And then we have this whole sequence, right? When we see it in action, it looks like this. Like a zigzag pattern, right? So, I'm gonna map it in MS Paint. No, wait, in Paint.net, because I actually have BCI curves. I'm gonna put the 4 points over here, okay? So these are the 4 camera points that I just made, just as a visualization. I'm gonna make 2. So we are going to map it how it was if it was. I said MS Paint, but I didn't say Paint.net, because Paint.net actually has Bezier curves, and I can actually use them to accurately show you guys how it will look like. So with linear interpolation, it just looks like something like this. Just a zigzag pattern, right? So if we choose like Bezier and we use these 4 points, this as the start and this as the end, we have the following. Wait, no, that's not Bezier, that's spline. Okay, there we go. We will have a movement like this. That's like a smooth curve, but that's not the camera like interpolation, like the movement, the speed of the camera. No, that's the position that's changing. So instead of going like a zigzag, the camera will go like a woo and do like this. There is a video I made in Twitter showcasing something similar, using 4 points. And Spamton moved along that line, that same curve, like the Bezier curve, that had this about similar arrangement of points. So you could see the curve going like this, and Spamton would like go like over the curve, like over the time that he will go by. So that panning mode is planned, and it's going to be for a later update, probably like, I don't know, 1.1 or something like that. Maybe by the version I already have mouse support. I'm going to implement it. So there's that, and that's the last bit I have for keyframe interpolation changing. So we are going to do something interesting. You can actually like destroy the entire timeline in here, delete everything, and we just have the actual position of the camera. So I'm going to do something neat. I'm going to unfreeze the camera and continue on my way. I'm gonna choose, I don't know, I'm gonna go along this way, and I'm gonna choose several points to go to. Like, I don't know, I'm gonna kill this, and then I'm gonna, oh, the perception is messing with me. This camera preset, I don't like it. Let me change it. There we go, that's a better camera, much better. Okay, so we have this, and I'm going to go in see up mode. I want you to notice something. I'm gonna go here. Super hard freeze is disabled. However, I can still move the timeline. So I'm gonna choose both and add the keyframe. Then unsynchronize. Continue forward, tap and stop here. Then I will go to another place, not using the actual camera controls. And then look over here and add another keyframe. So then, beginning, super hard freeze, and then this should happen. No, okay, that's a bug. But it's supposed to like... oh, no, okay, I see what happened. I had to have it enabled. But the thing that's supposed to happen is like, you actually record the angle and position of Mario when you do this. So I'm gonna do it with super hard freeze enabled at times. First let me disable to go back where I was. Instead of freezing the camera using Mario 64 Movie Maker's integrated camera, I'm just gonna do it like this. Super hard freeze, add keyframes. I don't have synchronized, so I will go to the next keyframes. Remove super hard freeze and the see up mode, and then go back to the point I was. Select super hard freeze and add the keyframes. So then, when I go back here and synchronize, yeah, I didn't. it didn't save the the angle. That's a bug as well. But the idea is that it saves the angle as well as the position. In this case, it only saved the position, unfortunately. But in a future version, when I fix these errors, it's going to also change the angle, tape the angle from Mario's stuff. However, I can do the following. I am going to remove the latest camera angle keyframe, and I'm going to change this one so it only looks at one place. Since I have the keyframe record mode, I can just look forward, like that, and then play. Huh? So there's that. That's something you can do. Let's see, what else can you do that is like interesting? Oh yeah, the strange camera angles. You know how in Quad 64 you... Oh yeah. Look in here. You can actually see the angle of here, right? I made it so it tries to not break. Okay, it still breaks when you go straight 90 degrees, because straight 90 degrees is actually a mathematical problem. You can actually do that like with certainty because of the Mario 64 engine. But let's see, I am going to go up. Okay, yeah, when you go beyond the 90 degree point, the camera just snaps to the other half. So I'm gonna showcase that now. Let me wipe the timeline again and go back to the first keyframe. This, not synchronize. Next, then go way up. So then when I synchronize and play, it should like, yep, that's something that it does. It's like if you had your head looking upwards, and then you suddenly turned around and then look down from the place you were looking up from. Except it is not as a smooth rotation. When you can do, in that case, it's just like go back to the keyframes and see that the point where it breaks and do something different to get around that. So like, let's see, look a little bit over here and then look a little bit over there. And then it like does a turn when you do that. So like it looks like this. Not the smoothest things in the world, however, it works for what it's supposed to. So that's that. Let's see, what other angles are like super hard to make normally in the game? Like maybe a overview of the whole map. Wait, no, oh, the clipping distance. Wait, I can actually change that. Give me a moment to bring up the guns. Deka master, current level, child, next child, and then I can, okay, nice. The front one is 45, the next clip play is 100, and I think I can no, maybe not. 40. No, what was the latest one that I could use? Maybe. Okay, let's see. That should adjust the clipping. Terrible. It is a little bit better because the normal one is like this. Let's see if I can get it a little higher. Yes, I can. A little bit more high. Yes, I can. So we have like parts of the whole level like this. 27. A little bit more. Okay, perfect. Let's say that you actually have the camasta and you can change the clipping plane of the camera. That means you can actually get a shot like this, like an overhead of the whole map that would normally clip. Of course, there are some objects that, like, because of distance rendering and the way Super Mario 64 is structured, they will actually clip when they are very far. But you can do this with geometry only, that is like the levels, not the objects, only the levels. You can do this and like get away with it. So that's that. That's something you can do. Oh yeah, I haven't not explained these buttons over here. The click close to Mario button, it gets close to Mario in position, but it retains the same angle. So if I click the button here, it is going to look like slightly down, and it's going to get close to Mario. So look, it is looking slightly down at the same angle I'm at. That is the reason that I am also tracking Mario's position over here. So there's that, and there's also the look towards direction that keeps the same position. However, it changes the angle to 1 or 2 presets. So, oh no, oh, it opened over here. I gotta fix that. So it opens with the button here, so you don't have to go way up here to use it. This is a very easy fix. I think I'm going to make a 1.0.1 update later today, so you can actually have the menu appear here in the button, not in the left corner of the screen. God knows how far your mouse is from that, and you're not gonna have key O in the corner at all times. I'm doing this in here only because I have it in the left top corner. So that's a bug. Somebody keep track of it so I can fix it later today. So that I'm going to choose one of these presets. I'm going to say this is not relative to Mario. This is relative to what the level thinks is forward. So if I say let's look up, straight up we look. We look down. Wait, no. We look down. Straight down we look. If we look forward, however, this is the forward of the level. this is not the same forward as the Mario forward, as you can see here. However, if we go over here, you can see that the level started here. If we look backwards, behind, I mean. So you can imagine the axis of the level being like this. Wait, I actually think, yeah, it is like that. Wait, I with no pupil, what? Where was it? Ah, it must have been like behind. But in any case, yeah, these 4 directions actually allow you to look at different directions related to the map. So if you look to the left, it's this. If you look to the right, it's this. Very simple, very self-explanatory. This button, I mean, I didn't explain this, but I think it's also self-explanatory because when you hover over it, it tells you what it does. But I'm gonna say it in voice now, in case you can see it because of stream compression. This slider, like in Quad 64 and Toadstool 64, allows you to change the speed at which this happens. So like if you wanna travel long distances, you don't have to like go woo 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 several times with the mouse when you can just do a single stride like this and go over almost the entire map like that. So I'll get close to my I mean, yeah, it takes the feet position instead of the body position. That's normal because some models don't have like the same bottom position. So that's the speed, and when you click the 100, it sets it back to 100 because the numbers are not visible. I should make them visible, but I need to find a nice way to do that. So there's that, and I think we have pretty much exhausted all the options that. Okay, no, wait, I just forgot. Here in File, you can actually save angles, positions, and even the entire timeline. I actually am going to let's go back to Peach's Castle, and we are going to open one of the sequences that I made for KO, the trailer. So I'm going to whoa. Okay, that is not supposed to happen. Okay, we are in a strange mode. That's not good. Oh dear. I have to find a way. oh, this isn't good. This is the C-up mode, okay? I'm gonna have to use the super hard freeze to like. No. I can salvage this. I can guide Mario using these powers. Oh my god, this should fix once I enter the castle, however. That's so goddamn funny. Okay, what is Mario? Okay, there we go. Oh no, I might actually need to restart the game. And well, I can do that, no problem. Nothing got erased or anything like that. Remind me to not exit the level while in C-up mode. This is actually this may actually be like unintended in the actual game because this is level select. It's not supposed to like happen like that. But yeah, let's go to level 16, which is the level I use this. Oh wait, there we go. Level 16 was where I did the whole look like X is over there in the Princess Peach. Yeah, this model is actually Spark. Let me showcase that real quick. I'm gonna choose Mario. No wait, oops. And with glitches with glitches other stuff. If I choose Spark, it doesn't like give me a strict warning. It just like goes like this. So you can see that some parts are different. Not everything is the same. Like Glitchy now has no, Mario has glitches like what can this be called? Like it's a coat, a jacket. Let's say it's a suit. Mario now has like Glitch's suit, and this also depends. You can see they're black instead of blue, like his supposed overalls down here. So yeah, this model is Spark, and the customs are the edges of the suit over here. So let's choose another color like, I don't know, yellow, and a shade color like. Okay, this was the ridges. The custom one is the edges. So you can see they're like yellowish, and custom 2 is the inside. So I'm gonna change it to a very weird color. Let me freeze the camera. Yeah, you can see like it's like pinkish, the insides. And then the third custom, if I'm not wrong, is actually the clock and the belt. No, I think the third custom is like a texture over here that is like a star, but I made it invisible for this particular bit. I made it invisible using the video plugin because I don't use them. I just added them in case like I need them for something like, I don't know, fake wings or something like that. But yeah, enough about Spark. Maybe that's something I will be able to talk about in another time. But for now, we are going to take key O and open the same preset I made when I was working on Comet Laser. So like the timelines, I have all the angles that I used for key O. So I have the scene 0, that is the scene that has super. Let me extend the timeline. Yeah, there it is. 123, maybe make it 204. Yeah, that should do. Okay, this is the scene that was used with super. Okay, camera unfrozen. Wait. Oh, I think. Okay, I don't know what happened. I have to check what happened over there. I'm gonna restart the game again and see if I missed something. Yeah, I missed something. Maybe it errored out. Let me restart my 64 Movie Maker. Okay, there we go. I mean, there are so many errors. That's because you have to acknowledge that this version is a beta. So there's that. I'm gonna load it again. Sync 0 and super hard freeze after I change the timeline length. 177. That should do. Yeah, it does. So I'm gonna keep it at this zoom so you can see like the track head. So this is the first scene where super is, and it goes up because it was a cut. So what I did in this scene was I took super, recorded him in it. Then I took Glitchy and recorded him with this same motion, and I took Nas and I recorded him with this same motion. And then I just cropped all three together in the same scene and aligned it. So like they could be like all together without needing to green screen, which when you don't green screen, you actually are using less processing power because you don't have to add a plugin. And every time you add a plugin, you make that plugin do a little bit of processing power on Vegas's end. So that's the first scene. Now the next scenes are mostly like static angles that I use for X. Like this one at the beginning. Let me go back to the beginning and reduce the length by a little bit. This one where he's speaking like I think this angle goes unused because I only use like 3. There's here's the third one. Yeah, I think I chose this one. So the next one will be this, in which is like talking like this. X was not green screen. He was recorded straight in the game because I wanted to record him along with the flags. The thing about saved camera presets is that you can use them in any level and the camera will follow your instructions. However, not every level is built the same, so the positions are going to be slightly different. In the case of my green screen room, the only thing that was useful were the angles, in which I had to align a little bit using pan crop the characters that I green screen for the thing where the three of Nas, Glitch and Super are standing looking at X instead of recording them all together, because I had to do the transitions for their respective teleportation animations. So I recorded them. What a joke. Oh, I think my system is coughing off a bit because it's very hot right now. Hi Leisure, I actually, you missed a lot. I think I'm gonna end the stream after I show some tips and do some troubleshooting. I showed off the differences between Vegas keyframes and Kyo keyframes. I showed how to add keyframes and stuff and delete them and move them, and yeah, and some stuff that in Mario 64 will be like normally unheard of that you can do with Kyo. And what I'm doing now is showcasing the file load and save stuff that I used to make the Kyo trailer. So these are the angles that I use for X. Like he's there in the Peach's castle, he's over here, and he just animating using Metal Composer. And then there's this scene. Scene max, as I call it. It's a little bit more composite. I recorded it like this because I wanted to keep exactly the same proportions of the camera, like how close the camera was to X, and the position of the camera in relation to the flags. Because what I wanted to showcase was that this was recorded straight in game, no post editing except for adding stuff on top of it and some cropping, no green screening in the case of X. So there's this motion that I have paused for a bit, and then I start with the whole animation, like, oh, you're next, and then it goes back. Wait, I have to make the timeline longer. Okay, that does. So it does this little pause, and then it's like you're next, and then after he does that, it goes way back into the level and shows it like that. I had the field of view like this, so it was a little bit inaccurate, but I froze the field of view when I was recording, so like the zoom didn't change. But yeah, you can see that this is actually the scene that I use for Kyo. So I'm going to go to another level like Bob on Battlefield to see how it looks like, because I actually don't know, and I want to see how it looks like, and also want to show you how you can use stuff like this in other levels. Like if you want to take an angle and use it in some other level, like a green screen level, so you can align Mario with just cropping him in. So I have this. I'm going to enable super hard freeze, and I'm going to start. Whoa! I think we're going to have something interesting over here. Let's see. Wow, that's actually very funky. I like it. I wonder what will happen if I use this in Whomp's Fortress. Super hard freeze, go back to the beginning. Oh no! Oh no! Oh, this might look a little bit strange. It starts right below the ground. Let's see. Oh no, that's not good at all. Okay, not the worst, but yeah, this is what actually perfectly illustrates what I mean by the levels all being built different. Not everything is at the same coordinates, so it's not the most precise. Something very interesting you can do is I'm going to go to like yeah, Bobon Battlefield, because it's a level I can exit later. I am going to go over here. I'm going to wipe the timeline first. I'm going to go back to the beginning. Alright, so there's that. I am going to record myself on a flat ground after killing this Bobomb. I'm gonna record myself in here. Super hard freeze, move a little bit, and I'm gonna make an angle. And I'm gonna get close to Mario. I have this... no, maybe I will do a slightly... No, something like this. Yeah. Okay, so I have this, right? It is pointing straight to Mario's bottom position. So, I have this. I am going to add it to angle and position. And I'm going to save it. Angle in the stream. I think I reloaded the textures. Yeah, I reloaded the textures. Okay, so I have that angle. I am going to wipe it. I am going to put a random angle now and random position. So now it's nothing like the original. I'm going to save them, and then yeah, that's what happens. It's not the original angle, okay? So I am going to open it again. Go back to the beginning. I am going to remove the HUD because I forgot to do that. And I'm going to take a screenshot of this place without Mario. Wait, no. First let me go back up a lot. And then I take this screenshot. And I'm gonna go to paint.net because I'm not gonna open Vegas. My computer is being a little bit of a bitch right now. So I have this screenshot. Now I'm gonna do what every machinist does like constantly, which is green screen and then try to align the characters, and then that's a completely whole chore that this makes easier. So I have the CHR stage, which is a stage I use that has a box with a single texture that I change the video plugin. I have this in the original Spark ROM, and I tell people to use this because it's compatible with Glide N64, and also you can change the color using the video plugin instead of having to load save states. So the fact that it's a mod means you can use CMTPs on it, like this Star Warrior mod. So I am in this room. I am going to go in C-up mode and enable super hard freeze. The camera angle is absolutely... oh wait, oh no, I'm gonna change it. Okay. Let me change that angle, change that position, and save it. Okay, now this camera angle is absolutely unlike the original thing that I was working with. So I'm gonna open the one that I just saved, go back to the beginning, and it's supposed to be like this. Now I'm gonna get close to Mario, keeping the same angle, however, going back again, like around the same position I was, and I'm gonna take a screenshot. New layer, new this, I take it, delete everything, and boom! It's there already. It's a line, and if I want it bigger, I just can zoom in or edit it in post to be bigger. So like I'm gonna zoom in so you can see. I am in the new layer, copy, paste, delete. Same angle. You can do this in Vegas with starting the angle in KO. Oh, almost 12 p.m. Okay, yellow, have a good time. Good night, good night. So you can do this with KO. Save an angle, get close to Mario, then go back any zoom you want, then store that angle in a file, like the single keyframe in a file, then go to a green screen room, load the keyframe, the single keyframe you just saved to the file, and get close to Mario again, and then like zoom out if you want. So you can keep that same angle stored within, how do I say it? You keep that same angle and you don't have to like do a lot of work trying to align in the recording of the game, because you already have the standing angle at which Mario is at. So you only have to adjust the zoom. And I think this is something that Orchestrator KO does a lot better than just trying to adjust the original angle. Because if you didn't have this, you will actually need to like either record in a way that you can actually replicate the exact angle, like load an image that simulates perspective grids. Yeah, I can actually do that, but I feel it might be a little bit heavy on the computer, but I can actually do that. That's actually a very good request, because it's something I personally use. But yeah, actually Orchestrator like allows you to align Mario better in regards to the angles, because otherwise you will actually like need to record either in a position that will be is easily replicable, like when you go into see up mode and freeze immediately, you would have a natural position in which Mario and company can stand in, or you will need to do the old cloning without green screens, or I don't know, you will need to wing your way out of it, allowing for a little bit of margin of error. With Orchestrator, I believe you still have a margin of error, but the margin is considerably smaller. And not only that, with the composite motion you can do with KO, you can like make very animated green screen fights. Like I'm gonna try that right now. I'm going to make a flying like animation. Oh yeah, I can make a flying animation, because since you can move the camera anywhere, you can make Mario fly into the distance with proper perspective. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna go to outside castle. I'm going to record the castle like moving slowly behind. So I'm gonna go to key O, enable super hard freeze, add a keyframe over here. Yeah, right below Mario, right behind Mario. So then you animate the camera going beyond Mario, and then you have like an animation like that. It's actually super cool. So I'm gonna do this. Replace the angle looking forward. Wait. Oh, I think I need to. Okay, I'm gonna look behind. So that I'm gonna take this around here. I'm gonna add the keyframe record mode. Wait. Oh, I forgot. Look behind and go back to where I was. Give me a second. Let me freeze the level area. Child, next child. Camera frustum 45 degrees. Near clip 100. Far clip 24,000. Update on change and apply. Function 0000000, and that should freeze the camera FOV, which changes when Mario goes to sleep. The FOV. When you use a 3D program, I want you to know this, because this is very important. The field of view of Super Mario 64's camera is normally either between 45 and 50 degrees. When Mario goes to sleep, it becomes like, I don't know, about 30 degrees. So if you need to synchronize your camera perspective in your 3D program with the Super Mario 64 camera, that's the value you should use for the camera. Now that I showed Deka Master prototype twice, I want to tell you something very important about Deka Master. Deka Master is like the base technology for a lot of new technologies that are going to come. Come! Oh my God! um, let me go open it back again. Child. Child background. The first thing that Deka Master can do, and the first thing I'm gonna release, is changing the sky color. So you can do the following with this. You can make a level that only has a completely transparent background floor and a colored skybox. So then you can use Deka Chroma, as I call it, to change the sky color and have an even easier chroma keyable screen. For compatibility reasons, I think you can't actually change the background in real time, because the way Mario 64 loads levels, it only loads the background of the level at the time. So you can only change color like I do in here, like change it to yellow, or restore to the original background. So there's that. The other thing Deka Master can do is change the eyes of Mario, like the eye state. Mario has 8 eye states. The first one, which is for open eyes, the second one, which is for half closed, and the third one is for closed eyes. The fourth one is in use, as well as the other 3 ones that are like directions that Mario would have been able to look like, but I think that was scrapped during development. And the 8th one is the death one. No, I did not release Deka Master. This is my personal prototype in which I test everything it can do. And I am not actually even done with it. However, I am telling you now because I tested it in the Comet laser and I have used it in here twice. So I want to tell you to get hyped because this is coming. So I got a little bit excited. I should go back to Kyo. But yeah, you know about Deka Master. You are not actually going to need to like input all the values that I input and press all the buttons that I pressed, because the thing is, I like interface design. I want to make it as friendly as possible for people to use. So you won't have to worry about what I did, because what I did is not what you're going to do. Nor am I going to release this prototype that I have. I am going to give you something more polished. But let's go back to Key O and something I wanted to tell you. I hope my computer doesn't die. I think the mouse is moving smoother, so I can record without it like dying. So I have Key O. Let's go back to the position I wanted to be in, which is this. I add the GIF. No, I already have the record mode enabled. A little bit. Oh no, wait, what happened? Oh dear. Would it have been that the angle didn't? Oh, okay, I know what happened. The look towards direction doesn't actually create a keyframe in keyframe record mode. That's a bug. I have to fix that. Somebody please keep it in mind to remind me later. So that, and I'm going to hit the keyframes manually. Now it should be okay. Maybe okay. Oh wait, I forgot to set the angle. Oh my god, I'm doing a little bit wrong right now, because I got a little bit excited talking about Deka Master, honestly, because beside the free camera, Deka Master is like something kind of a big deal. But yeah, this I saved them this time, both of them, and then okay, this time it works. I am a genius. So let's see, let's reduce the amount of keyframes, like 180. There is a little bug that somebody reported to me, where when you change the length of the timeline, it doesn't update automatically. You have to change the zoom after you change the timeline length, so it updates. That's issue I'm going to fix when I fix the look towards direction appearing up here. So there's that, and I'm going to make it so it moves a little forward, like so. the angle remains the same. So I have this motion. I'm gonna make it smooth. So I'm gonna choose it. I'm going to change it to smooth. I'm gonna commit it and then there we go. Now I'm gonna do the following. It's the same angle, so I can like okay, okay, the angle is 180, so I don't have to worry about saving the angle. I'm just gonna open my completely legit Bandicam and record this because even if I use OBS, I actually can't use OBS to record this because OBS is already streaming. So so game project 64, recording button touched, and wait, do I have the mouse enabled? Oh my god. Mouse. Okay, mouse is disabled. It is I'm gonna save it in Super Mario 64 footage. Okay, I take the Orchestrator, start recording and play. A little bit choppy only because I'm like oh no, I should have recorded more. Okay, that should do. Wait, no. Oh no, it didn't record anything. Ugh. Now it does. There we go. So we have this motion already. Now I'm going to get out of here. Oh no, I can't use the level selecting here. I have to go. Oh no, not again. Oh. No worries, no problem. I'm just gonna go back and load the green screen room and I'm gonna record Mario moving through it. I have to remember that I cannot go back to the castle in the C-up mode because that happens and it breaks. So I'm gonna go open camera, not frozen, and then I'm gonna so freeze camera to freeze the position of the forward direction. I am going to remove the HUD and I'm going to go to Orchestrator. Super hard freeze. Looking forward? Yes, looking forward. Get close to Mario. Wait, oh. It is not assembled. That's the problem. I have to restart. Wait, did I save? Oh, I hope I saved that. I'm gonna stream. Is this it? I don't think it is. Oh, I will have to do it again. Oh, that's terrible. That's terrible. I'm gonna have to do it again. I didn't save it. No problem. Mainly because that is easy now that I have the Orchestrator. It's ready to rock, I see. But it's not working. Maybe it misdetected. Now, there we go. It didn't detect it correctly. Now we're talking. Look behind. And we're going to go back to where we were. Camera, keyframe, record mode, and we are back on track after a little bit of coughs up. That is saved, and then I'm gonna increase the timeline length. Zoom a little bit out so I can see what I'm doing. Ooh, that's not nice. Let me... Alright. Gonna select both and bring them back to the beginning. And then I'm gonna look a little bit forward. And that saved it, so I should make it a little slower. The power of pressing the enter key. I select camera position and make it smooth. Comic changes and perfect. So that's that. I'm gonna save it now. The power of the camera. The power of X, maybe. So then, I forgot to remove the HUD. Wait, no, this isn't it. There we go. So, game, record, and Orchestrator, go! Alright. Let's check that the footage actually recorded correctly. Video recordings, Mario 64. Okay, it is in here, I believe. 180. No, I'm gonna solve a date. Okay, this is the latest one. I have to re-encode it because Vegas doesn't like the recording that Deka makes for some reason. So while that happens, I'm going to do something else. H264. No, I don't want to. Okay, I'm gonna delete the original one and then we can continue. This one weighs way less. So that is done. I'm going to minimize this because I'm gonna need it later. And I'm going to make Mario flying. That is, I need to on hard freeze the camera. And go to like a level that I can exit then to where it is pop on battlefield. And now I can get to my green screen room, which is in level 25. And now I can enable the super hard freeze again. And we are, oh wait, look forward, look forward. Oh wait, get close to Mario. There we go. Well, I think we can look left. There we go, there we go. Very nice, very nice. So we have this Mario. We are going to get close and have it aligned to the bottom, like the origin of his model. So when we use the following animation, don't go to sleep. I did not tell you could yet. Oh wait, oops. Let me unfreeze. Go forward, unfreeze there. Now we are completely aligned. I think, let me open Twister. Read from game. Oh, you filthy liar. 120 was it? No. Okay, there we go. Now it is completely aligned. Oh, why was it on a line? How strange. Anyways, don't go to sleep. I still need you awake. Yeah, I'm going to implement locking to Y and X axis because that is actually very useful that you recommended me that. I actually have used it on many other softwares like After Effects and etc. And I find that something very useful. So I'm going to replace this animation with the flying one. Reading, sign first. Flying, wing cap. So then, I have this, and I'm going to move horizontally as best as I can. There we go, there we go, there we go. Wait, in which keyframe are we? Oh, I need to nuke the timeline. Okay, back to the beginning. At both angle and position, and they are okay? They are okay, we can continue. So then, there's that, and we are going to zoom back and do the following. Go way further, save the angle, and then go a little bit forward in time. and then a perspective correct a perspective correct positioning. That's not the frame at which is at. Oh no. There we go, it was at the wrong position. But yeah, it still interpolates, so let me show you how it looks like. So that's basically a high-speed flying animation, and since it is at the same angle as the original footage that I wanted, which is precisely, or at least very close to, 90 degrees, it will look perfectly fine when I composite it. So I'm going to record it now. Go to the beginning, select the game, start recording, and then stop recording. Now I'm going to again pass this video through shorting encoder, and oh, one died, but the other one was done. Okay, I don't need this anymore, so I can delete the original file. And we have our footage. So let's go to Vegas and composite this in so you can see how useful having the same angle actually is for compositing green screen stuff. By the way, my Vegas is actually not pirated, so the only thing I have pirated. Wait, no, I should not talk about that. I did not say anything. Do not think anything. I did not say anything. I am innocent. Police don't take me. Across. Okay, a little Vegas tip. When you drag, but instead of using the left mouse button, you use the right mouse button. When you drag over here, it opens this menu. So you can add across time, which adds them in line. You can add across tracks, which adds them one of top of the other on the tracks that are available. If they are not available, they will be created. And as stakes, which makes them a single event in which you can change the active take you are watching for that event. But that's something a little bit more advanced that I don't think I will use here. I think I will do it when I make another stream about Vegas stuff that I know. But for the time being, we are going to add across tracks because one goes on top of the other. Wrong order, but anyways, I'm going to use chroma key plugin that is not Vegas's built-in because Vegas's built-in sucks. Keying from Ignite Pro, I mean Express. I have Ignite Express. I choose the green, and it's gone already. Pan crop, match output aspect, which will change the aspect of the pan crop to 16:9. And crop out everything else that isn't proper. And then in here I just adjust the pan crop to match the output aspect. So then I have this with a little bit of pause at the beginning, and then it advances a little bit. So what I'm gonna do there is take this, I'm gonna take this and see at which frames Mario starts flying. There, and I'm gonna put it in there. Absolutely seamless. Let's play that again. Wait, it ends over here, so we can stop the event here. So you can see. There we go, a flying animation using only key O, and it's like if it was in game because you can actually still see the clipping. Let me remove the frame that has the clipping. There we go. Wow, absolutely perfect. So this is one way you can use it, and you can use it to actually also record scenes for green screen fights that like move a lot. Like imagine the background of Smash stages like Final Destination, for example, or the Kingdom Hearts stage. I am not a Kingdom Hearts fan, I forgot the name. But yeah, the Kingdom Hearts stage or other stages that go like fly through a background and stuff like that. You can use it in many ways, and I am absolutely excited to see what you guys do with Key O once you actually like get used to its controls. And over time, I will be improving its interface so you can actually use it more comfortably. Because the goal is for you to make cool stuff, as I said it in the beginning of the Comet Laser. That is why I also opted to make the community corner. So I think this is about all I can do for Comet for Key O. This is all very exciting. Like, this has not been seen as it is in Mario 64 Machinima before, and I just hope that you find it useful. And I mean, as I said before, you can do cool stuff with it. I'm going to leave this stream open, and maybe next week I will make an actual formal tutorial, scripted, so you don't actually have to bear with my terrible accent, for Key O, so you can actually use it while I make mouse support and add the Bessia corpse later. So that's it for now, and I think there is one last thing I want to mention. At the end of Comet Laser, the last one, I mentioned something about a GSF contest. That contest is really going to have a prize pool, and I'm going to start it at $20, and it's going to be only for the first place. However, I want people to actually contribute to this prize pool. So like, you can donate to the prize pool that will go to the winners, and if the prize pool, mine plus the other one, the other people prize pool, it will be split between the 3 first winners. I want to like give an incentive to work on something really cool for the contest. So like, that is why I'm adding the prize pool. Like, doing stuff for the community, I think, is something that's very needed now after all the drama that's happened, all the segmentation. My goal with Comet is to like unify the community in a way that is like federated. Everyone has their own little circles, but one trusted source provides the tools and stuff necessary. So I think like the little community events like this will be very useful, and in this case you will actually earn money or nitro or a gift card equivalent of the actual price you get. So I think it's a very nice incentive. I hope I do actually hope there is enough participation. I mean, the Sleeping Plant collab was actually rather successful for being my first collab. So I have high hopes for the GSF contest, and I think the last one was made in 2014 when Shadow Ratata was making those. And Shadow Ratata is inactive now, so I have no idea where that went. I have not seen anybody make like GSF contests before. So I want to see how much of about fighting games do you know about, so you can make amazing moves. I actually want to see something interesting, because I'm going to be honest, I am a little sick of lasers and energy balls. I want to see something impressive, something that blows me off my seat. And the reason I'm saying this is because I trust everyone in the community to have, at the very least, a bit of power to be able to do that, to make amazing stuff. And that is the reason I want to make these tools, to make stuff easier. The sound effects, I don't mind. What I don't like as much is the lasers like Kamehameha and the energy balls that people use a lot in their videos, like the energy balls made with the media generator noise, and the lasers that are like super easy to make. Let me show you. Noise texture. it's this one that I see used the most actually. So I'm gonna add it. I'm gonna add the cookie cutter that is over here. Wait, oh no, that's video generator. Give me a second. Cookie cutter, cookie cutter. Here it is. So a cookie cutter, it becomes like a circle. It has okay, this one, okay, border. It has a border, a feather with the border, and that's basically a. No, wait. It needs one little thing more to be able to be a laser ball like so. Oh, wait. I have a flying Mario footage over here. I think I can do something with this. Give me a second. Let me put this and add it to track motion. Make it small and put it out of bounds. So then I have this. I'm gonna make it smash into here. And I'm gonna add a little curve to it by adding this and changing the smoothness to 100. The smoothness in Vegas allows like the keyframes to be like an arc instead of a straight line. I use it a lot. You should do. You can use the smoothness in pan crop and track motion. So there's this. Look and see, it looks like an arc. I'm gonna add the animation for the noise now. Wait, did I oh, I removed the... Okay. Okay, so there's that. I'm going to now add the noise parameter, was it? No, it was... No, where was it? Offset. It was in offset. Progress. So I'm gonna animate progress. I'm gonna make it max progress at the end of the event. So it looks something like this. Maybe I will do it when it starts zooming, so it is a little bit more dynamic. Oh, wait. Let's see. I'm gonna reduce the... Wait, no. I'm gonna reduce the length of this one until over here. And have Mario fly in here. And so then we can have something dynamic. I'll make this faster. So it looks like somebody's attacking him from behind and missed. So I stop it here. I cut it. And I'm gonna add an explosion. This has turned into a video editing screen, but I don't think that's too bad. Okay, so explosion. Explosion 1 is the classic explosion from Metal Slug. I'm gonna rotate this so it matches with the angle of the castle wall. Yeah, streaming is actually very fun. I should do it more often. Color, black and white, so it matches the color of the energy ball. And we have something like this. Like, but yeah, the thing I don't like are these like energy balls that are just the noise, texture, and scent flying around, like the key blasts and kamehamehas, using also the noise textures. What I like is stuff that is like coordinated battles. You can actually have inspiration from boxing, kickboxing. You can have sword inspiration from fencing. You can have overall fighting experience from fighting games like Smash, Tekken, Street Fighter, stuff like that. I want to see something that is more like close together, like close quarters, because those battles are very exciting. And if this is like a controversial opinion, I think, but like throwing lasers and stuff like that is like the easy way out because you just have to make the character separated, avoid all their attacks using blurs and lasers and kamehamehas, and it's just like really easy. But in general, it's like the easy way out. Yeah, like close quarters. Well, imagine like boxing when you have the opponent very close to you and they throw a punch and you avoid it and then you counteract that punch. When you see those, it's actually like very exciting. I mean, I don't mean it only by myself. I actually like don't hate the DBC like fights, but like I greatly favor close quarter fights, even if it's floating. I don't mind. Or if a character is sent floating and they crash into the castle with a camera. Do they just get old? Yes, they get old. That is the reason. I have seen so many green screen fights as I was watching Machinima from 2012 up until now. There were so many talented people, but I have seen a lot of DBC inspired stuff. And personally, I would love to see something refreshing, and also to encourage people to make something that they know feels good. It is not a hard requirement, but if it feels good and it's very cool, I think it's gonna get like a very high chance of being loved by the people. Like in the Comet Laser, Xerxes' entry for World Traveler 64 had actually many of these elements that I say that I like close quarters fight and stuff. Like the editing was absolutely amazing, and there were stuff that wasn't DBC, and that was probably one of the trailers that people loved the most. So like, you can kind of see where I'm going here. Like, people really love those things. So I want to encourage people to do more of this, to learn more beyond the original fights that were established when Mario 64 Machinima was like younger, to say the least. But yeah, that's what I wanna do. I wanna do more things for the community, and I think that doing collabs like that, stuff with prize pools, would actually motivate people to do like very good stuff in general. But yeah, I think that's all I wanted to say. I already have shown off Key O. I have shown how it can be used. I have done stuff in Vegas. I talked a bit about the Deka Master, and I mentioned the GSF contest. Yeah, I think that's good for this stream. I have been streaming for approximately 2 hours. Using Metal Confuser for original attacks, absolutely. Yeah. Okay, so I was working on an animation pack for Metal Composer before my computer was stolen, which had all the Smash 4 animations for Mario. I think I am going to retake that now that I finished working on Orchestrator, at the very least beta one. So I don't know. Maybe I'll make a release video for that. Another Comet Laser, maybe. Maybe another community corner, but that means it won't be like very soon, because I am pretty sure that people would like to submit again, and too many Comet Lasers in the same year will be detrimental. So maybe a few months, I would say, before the next one, where I hopefully have this animation pack ready, so you can use them as well. But yeah, that's basically my plans for stuff I wanna do. I hope you enjoy Key O. I worked very hard on it. Since my computer was stolen, I lost a lot of progress I had, and it was a little terrible. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope this stream was useful to you in more than one way. I mean, if it was only one way, like only Orchestrator, it's okay. But yeah, I think that's about it. Thank you for coming, and see you next time, next update, next stream, next whatever. Oh, by the way, I also stream on Twitch, so I'm gonna go now so YouTube doesn't kill me. Goodbye!